Hello and welcome to another video tutorial Monday. This week I wanted to play with the Sizzix and Hero Arts stamps and die cut set. And I've just been loving these lately, and I've been in kind of like a Christmassy holiday mood. So I wanted to make a holiday card. Well, actually it'll end up being more wintry. But either way, I get to play with these awesome dies. So what I'm going to do first is start by stamping out all of my things that I will die cut. So I'm going to use Memento black ink and stamp this cute little snowman. And then I'm also going to stamp this tree. And then I will stamp this tag in speckled egg ink from Jenny Bolin. And I also want to stamp this joy stamp right in the middle of this tag. And I'll use the black ink for this one. Perfect. So now, normally I would cut out my stamped images with scissors, but these dies make it really, really insanely easy to cut out your items. And I was pretty amazed at how well they cut them out, how precisely they are, because the cutting edge is right on the inside of the die, so they're super easy to line up. You just line them up exactly where you want them. You look through the little window, and where you see where the window is exactly where it's going to cut. So I'm just going to tape it down with some washi tape, and probably the hardest part about all of this is just lining them up, and that's not hard at all. So I'm just going to do one at a time. If you space them apart on your sheet enough, you probably could punch all of them at once, but my dies would overlap if I put all of them on this sheet at once. So I'm just going to use my Big Shot, all my tabs down, sandwich this in between the two clear plates, run it through. And then you can see here, once you punch it out, you have a perfectly cut out die cut image. And it just looks awesome. I love it. So I'm just going to cut out the rest of these, and I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so I've cut out my little pieces here. And two more things that I wanted to note about this stamp set. First of all, Hero Arts has started using a different kind of cling, where their index is actually on the stamp cling itself. So it's not shiny anymore, and it sticks to stamp blocks like magic. So thank you, Hero Arts, for doing that, because it makes the stamp stick so much easier to the blocks, and I really love that about that. Also, the stamp sets come with dies to match most of the stamps. This smallest little snowflake here and the Joy are extra stamps and don't have coordinating dies, and then they also have bonus dies. So this little tree and this little tag are bonus dies, and I actually picked this stamp set over one of the other ones that are out right now because I loved this little tree so much. So I'm definitely going to use this in conjunction with the bigger tree sometime in the future to cut out maybe some felt or some cardstock for a nice little holiday scene. It'll be really great for that. So, I really love this stamp set. So now I'm going to work on my little background piece here, and I'm just going to take some of this speckled egg ink and ink up my background. This is from the out of print collection from Basic Gray called Flower Dot Pattern, and it's just a fabulous background stamp. If you're looking for something to add texture to your backgrounds, this is such a great stamp to pick up because you can create so many looks with it depending on how you use it. And right now I'm just going to use it for kind of a tone-on-tone swirl texture. I was thinking about using Versamark, but I want to make it a little bit more bold than just using Versamark. And then I'm just going to set my little piece down here, and this piece is an inch smaller in both directions than a standard size card front. And I'm putting my piece of type paper over the top of it and just pressing down really well. And then you can see what we have here. I just love that stamp so much. Now we can start coloring our images and putting our card together. So I'm going to go in with these 4 Copics. I have YG25, BG02, YR15, and E35, and I'm just going to use those to color in these 2 images here. And yeah, I'm not going to do any fancy shading or anything like that. I just want to color in the image and really make the features of the snowman and the tree pop. So now that I have my pieces colored in, I'm just going to go around the edges with the speckled egg ink and a blending tool to make them look nice and finished. And I'm also going to round the corners of my little pattern piece here with my 1/4 inch rounder, and then ink the edges of this as well. So now I'm just going to punch the hole through this tag right here, and then ink it a little bit. And I think I want to put a nice brad through that. Alright, and I think I finally found the brad I want to add in here. It's from the Out of Print collection from Basic Gray, and it's this nice text print. And I'm going to pop it in right here, and I'm actually going to fold both tines over right onto the tag. Once I put a piece of foam adhesive over the back of this, it'll keep it in place, but I just didn't want it sticking out the edge. So make sure it's in the right place, and then flip it over and put the piece of foam adhesive right over it. And then I'm just going to start adhering things down to my card. Alright, and I think it needs one more touch of orange since these 2 are there. So I think I'm going to add one of the smaller brads from the Out of Print Brads collection. And just pierce this through. There we go. Perfect. And that'll go through to the other side. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of stickles to the ornaments here. And I'm also going to add a little bit of sparkle right here to the center of these little snowflake bursts. And then I think a little bit of sparkle on the dots on a scarf is also completely necessary. I don't know why, I'm just loving the sparkle this week. So there we have it, and I think all this needs is a little bit of maybe some free-handed white line stitching across the card right here to give this snowman a little bit of a ground to stand on. So there we have it. We have a nice little ground for our snowman to stand on, and some unexpected touches of orange, and I think the orange and the blue go really well together because they're complementary colors. So even though they're not traditional wintry colors together, I think they work really well. So yeah, so here's a picture of the finished card, and here's a close-up. Thank you very much for watching this week, and I hope you enjoyed learning more about the Sizzix and Hero Arts dies and stamps. I'll catch you again next week on another video tutorial Monday.